Here we are in the writing studio of Elementary. We'll show you here in this first video the first couple pages, which will just cover some really easy basic skills. This here, what you're seeing is our title page. On this title page, we have a background. We have 1, 2, 3 images and a title. So I've got a blank page going on over here where I can show you how I did that. So your starting page will look like this. To achieve the background, all of the options you'll want are over here on the right-hand side. So we just click on backgrounds. There are your simple basic colors, but then as you go down, you can start to see some beautiful artistry here, probably get your imagination going already for stories of your own you would like to create. Here's the one that I chose to be an ocean type of setting. For our title text, we just click at the top here, text, and we can choose to add a title, a subtitle, body of a text, and then we have some good looking fun speech bubbles that we can also pick. So over here we just used the title, and then you'll click back onto your page to type. A yoga adventure at the ocean. We can move this title wherever we would like it to be. As you can see, sometimes you just need to click off and come back to it. You can resize. You can change your font up here to look a little bit different. You can change the size of your font up here as well. For our various images, we head over to the Image tab on the right-hand side, and up at the top here is where you will type in what you are searching for. So let's look up boat. When we click boat, you'll see not just boats, but anything that could be possibly linked to the idea of a boat will be here. So we scroll down, take a look through. Here's the sailboat that I used. You just click on that image, and it will show up here, oftentimes quite large. Click on the image there to resize it as you would like it to be. We can drag it to exactly where you'd like it to be on your page. Now I also added a starfish, so we come back over here, we type starfish, and here's my beautiful pink little happy starfish. Once again, starts off really large. Size it down, place it where you would like to be, and the last element from this page were those swimming little fishies. So we type in fish. A lot of cool characters show up here. You scroll down, and here are the little guys that I wanted. We didn't want them taking up the whole entire page, so I shrunk them down pretty small and layered them a little bit on top of the starfish. You could rotate them up here. So lots of little things you can do, similar to creating a document that you may be used to making on your computer. And that is it. That is the basics of our very first title page. Moving on to the second page of our book, which is actually the first page of the story, we've just done the exact same thing here. We have a background, which is this beautiful pink little cloudy choice that I made. And then this time for the text, we chose to add a little bit of body. So when you add the little bit of body, it will be the same as the title. You will just type in what you would like to say, adjust the font, adjust the size, and put the layout where you want it to be. And for this little sleeping bear, I went to images and I searched up sleeping. You can search up bedtime, anything that may be linked to the image you're looking for. Slide it over, resize, until it looks exactly how you'd like it to look. And now the next page of our story is where we up our game a little bit to add some animation in here. So when this page played in the story, you may remember that as you were reading the page, the socks rotated around in a circle, the shoe rotated around in a circle a little bit later, and then this ball cap rotated around in a full circle last. Now, here's something I have not shown you yet. Each of the pages in your story has a backside to it, and this is where the fun coding gets started. So this page here, we go up to the top and we click Event Graph. So on the very backside of your page, this is everything we have going on that made all that rotating happen. Right now, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So we see our socks here. They were the first thing to rotate. We chose to have them rotate when the page starts. Wait for 4 seconds. Now I'm going to take these away so that I can replace them and show you what happens. So if I ever want to take anything away, you click on it and click on the little trash can to get rid of it. Click on it, get rid of it, click on it, and make it disappear. So we've come here to do some coding. We know that we want to rotate one of our images. Over here on the right side are our options. First thing we do is we click on a function. There's many different functions here. Change an image, bounce an image, blink, scale. We want to choose rotate. As soon as you click on that square, you'll see the rotate show up on your graph. Clicking on the graph will make that function tab go away. Now within rotate, I decided I wanted them to rotate in a full circle. So your angle here, you double click, and I typed 360 degrees. And I wanted to take about 2 seconds to spin around. Now rotate, the next option we need to decide, we need to tell the page to do is when do we want that object to rotate. So coming back over here to the right, that's going to be under events. On page start is what we want. We can select options for things to move on a click. So when you click on the item, it would make it happen. If something gets dragged over, we have multiple options here. We are going to choose on page start. Now your boxes will always show up in the top left corner over here. Click on the graph for your big bar to go away and just drag this over so you can see it a little more clear. Now I didn't want this to rotate the minute the page started because I wanted them to read a little bit into the story first where it talks about reaching down to put on your socks. So in the delay here, double click, I typed 4 seconds. All the way over on the right now, we need to decide and tell the page what is rotating. So we know we want it to rotate. When the page starts, wait for 4 seconds. But what is rotating? So back over here where our options are, we'll go to objects. Click on our socks, click off the big bar, and we bring our socks over. So here we have our little set. But now we need to connect all of this in order to actually make it happen. So see our rotate square here, and it says start, and you see a white triangle. Click on this white triangle, and we want to bring it across. You'll see already the big triangle on page start. It gets bigger, so it lets you know that's where you want to bring it, and that's where you unclick. So when do you want it to rotate? On the page start. You've connected those two squares together. What is rotating? Here you'll see there's a purple circle beside object. Click on that purple circle, and you see the circle get big on our socks. We are matching that circle up to this circle, and in that way, it connects all of our objects together. And then we come over here to preview, click preview, and it will bring it up and show you your page, how it will look when the reader is reading it. So we've opened our page, and about 4 seconds later, our socks rotated, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm just going to close out of this again here. So then you can see I did the same thing for our shoes. We selected rotate, 360 degrees for 2 seconds, but this time on page start, I wanted it to wait 15 seconds so that it would rotate later than the socks. I picked the shoes and I connected all of the objects. Now for our ball cap, everything was the same except we delayed it by 20 seconds. I used the preview feature to get those seconds correct because when I first tried it, they were rotating too early or just too late. So you can play around and change those amounts and click back over to your layout design whenever you need to. It's very easy to go back and forth. So that's it for this basic, and then step it up to just animation. Tune into the next video to see how to do even more.